One of the most beautiful truths in Hindu thought is that the divine responds to you exactly as you approach it. You may ask for the most complicated things and your prayer will be heard. But if your intention is not pure, you may still be tested, even whooped, as it were. This is why Vishnu appears in extraordinary forms. Not just man, not just animal, but something beyond both. Take the Narasimha Avatara. Nara means human. Simha means lion. It looks like half man, half lion. But the Bhagavatam reminds us, it is not truly either. It only appears so. In essence, it is Vishnu himself, taking on a form beyond our dualities. Why did he come this way? To protect his devotee Prahlada. When the demon king Hiranyakashipu challenged him, "Show me your God," Prahlada simply said, "He is here." To uphold the word of his devotee, Vishnu appeared, bursting forth from a pillar, not born, not waiting, but arriving instantly when called. That is Narasimha, fierce, immediate, unstoppable. And yet, this fierce protector is also the most personal of forms. In astrology, Narasimha is said to remove the darkest misfortunes. Worship to him can avert accidents, untimely death, or deep suffering. His energy is fiery, Agni Rupa, heating the body with power. Which is why, in Narasimha Sadhana, the deity is often placed in water. The fire must be balanced, the energy carefully held. Temples depict his most intense aspect, Ugra Narasimha, tearing open Hiranyakashipu, wearing his intestines as a garland, seated with a terrifying gaze. The image is fierce, but right beside him, the child Prahlada looks on in awe and serenity. The message is clear. For those rooted in love, Narasimha is not to be feared. He is the gentle father of the universe. This duality, terrible to the arrogant, tender to the devoted, is what makes Hinduism so remarkable. It is not rigid. It allows you to connect with the divine form you are ready for. If Narasimha feels too intense, there is Rama, Krishna, Hanuman, or countless others. The divine adjusts to your capacity. And yet, stories remind us that Narasimha's love is deeply personal. In Andhra Pradesh, at Ahobilam, there are 9 temples, the Nava Narasimha, each preserving his presence. Pilgrims describe visions and experiences even today. One woman from Azerbaijan, far removed from India, dreamed of Krishna, who directed her to serve in that forest. Against all odds, she went to Ahobilam and lived in caves, speaking to Narasimha as if to a companion. "You promised you would come for dinner, and you didn't," she scolded him, throwing her cooking pans aside. That was her intimacy with the fierce protector. Not fear, but love. And when she finally left her body, she was found seated, her head resting beside images of Radha, Krishna, and Narasimha, embraced by the divine she had loved so fiercely. This is the secret of Narasimha. To the arrogant, he is terrifying. To the devoted, he is gentle. To the world, he is half man, half lion. But to the heart that calls him, he is nothing less than the very presence of Vishnu, appearing instantly, just as he promised.